Yeah, I'm really, honestly, just super proud. Houston is maybe one of the most well-coached teams that we face on a consistent basis. We play them in the spring, we play them in the fall. I have so much respect for that coaching staff. He's good. He's a winner. He wins everywhere he goes. I feel like our team slayed a little beast or a demon that we've had this season, which is an incredible start. Come out set one and just rocking and rolling. And then if the opponent doesn't respond, we can kind of roll through. But when the opponent does respond, which most do, we have struggled with that. So we lose set two, and this has happened previously this season, and we haven't responded well to losing a second set. Like, hey, we just killed them, now we lose set two. And so tonight, we come back and we win set 3 and 4. And so our team responded with some really quality adjustments. Hats off to our coaching staff for guiding them through some of those adjustments, because that's the game. Volleyball's too good, and there's too many good coaches and good players out there now, and we're not scheduling cupcakes. So these teams are going to respond, and they're going to change things, and they're going to move chess pieces. In our team, we've had a lot of talks about when a team punches you back, do you crumble or do you take it and continue on with the match? So tonight, I think we slayed that beast, and I'm just really proud of them.
Coach, kind of in that vein, each time the team has taken a loss in a game, you guys have come back and won the next one. How important is that for you guys? And obviously it seems like it's playing out a little bit more micro in the game as well.
Well, I don't want to have to take losses to get wins, but we've made a little joke of like the next team to see us after a loss. I feel bad for them because losses are a part of the game. We've taken 2 5-set losses and a loss to a really, really good Kentucky team. So I just told my team this morning, like, we are in good position. We talked about this before the season started, that probably not going to go undefeated through non-con. I mean, that would have been amazing, but, again, we scheduled really tough. I've had a ton of people comment on our schedule, but you know what? Like, we want to go play tough games. We beat Nebraska, we beat Baylor, and we've taken some 5-set losses and quality losses. So we are moving on to the next game always. So that's just really the mentality, and I'm talking myself into it too a little bit because it sucks to lose. Like, it keeps me up at night. But we're trying to teach myself and our team, how to just move on and move forward, because the ACC is going to be no easier, right? Like, night in and night out, that's going to be tough, and we're going to take some losses in the ACC, but that does not define our season. We want to be where Kentucky's good right now, right? And in one facet of the game, they really whooped us, and that was the serve and pass game. But in the other facets, we did fine. We were within reach every set. So if we can go and get better every day, then I think we run into Kentucky in November, December. Hopefully it's a different deal. So that's kind of the message to the team.
Speaking of scheduling, Maya, this for you. You guys are about to be on the road for about a good month. How do you stay focused and prepared to be going from home for about a month?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is very tough, obviously. It's nice to be able to sleep in your own bed on weekends. But I think that the most important thing is, like, just resetting after every single day, whether that's a travel day and going off to practice right away, going into a game, then having to travel to a new school the next day. We just have to come back to it, reset as a team, win or a loss, and just move on mentally and physically.
Maya, what was your perspective on the kind of slaying the beast of when an opponent responds? How did you see that kind of playing out?
Yeah, I mean, like Coach Sam said, we kind of have done this before. We saw it with Hawaii where we came out and whipped them, and we had to come back and make a change. I think for us, it's definitely a mental thing. I think physically, as we can see, we can play very, very hard, and we can compete with top teams like Nebraska. And I just think that we need to focus on the mental side of the game and not letting any teams into it. We just got to come out and reset and say, honestly, that set doesn't matter. We got to move on to the next one and still do the exact same thing and start the exact same way that we just did.
Coach, and it's only 9 games in, but how have you seen the team grow so far? A lot of new faces. Have you just kind of seen it all?
Yeah, so much growth. We do have a lot of returns and a lot of vets, but one thing that I think people need to realize is passing is just bedrock foundational to the game. And our passing lineup has 2 new faces, Ellie and Maya. And those relationships take time. And so that to me is like a baby that's growing and getting better, and we're maybe in toddler walking stage now. And so we've talked to the team, like we just want to get in the gym and train the pass serve area of the game, because offensively I believe in what we can do. Blocking wise, I believe in what we can do. Look at what we did tonight. But the serve and pass piece is the great equalizer. It is. Like, I don't care who you play, you got to be able to serve and pass well, unless you've got 6'8", Catherine Plummer on the left. You've got your anomalies every now and then. But for the most part, that's going to win and lose matches. So we are looking to grow, to answer your question, in that area. I think we're growing every single game in that area. I mean, this one, right? You're seeing us kind of take some heat off her every now and then tonight, she worked her way back into it and did really well. And they were targeting her. Why wouldn't you after what Kentucky did yesterday? So there's just growth and fighting through that. And I'm proud to say that I think we're making 1% better every day on that.
You are new to the team. How long did it take you to get acclimated with your teammates, the chemistry and things like that? When did you think that you got the chemistry down?
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't say not long at all. Like we said, we have a group of vets, but at the same time, we have a lot of new people coming in. I know a lot of people came in January. I would say, honestly, like a week or so. Like, it was just, I think our team is very, very welcoming. We're very open to meeting new people and building new relationships, and that's on and off the court. So it really wasn't tough at all.
Both of you could address how the offense was so spread out today. First time this season, 4 players had at least 10 kills. Just to have the benefit of that many solid players on offense, I imagine that really is going to do well for you guys moving forward.
When that happens, I think you got to first congratulate your setter. So she's elite. I love that girl so much. She has such a good mindset. She's such a hard worker. She's just a good human and such a heart of a warrior. And I don't praise her enough. Celia Cullen is a beast. And she's very, very good. And nobody's going to work harder. And this is just, she gets the credit for this. But at the, also, we've, again, got some hammers. And I think we can play a high-level offense if we can pass. So I'm proud of them on that tonight.
Coach, Natalie Foster was someone that y'all played against before, coming on the team. What did you kind of see from her in past years?
Yeah.
How are you seeing her bring that to SMU?
Yeah, Natalie has one of the best arms from a middle I've ever coached. Her arm is elite. Like, there's some middles that have crazy angles, some middles that hit really fast. Her arm should be insured because it's so good. And she's just a fun girl to be around. Wichita State was always they're very well coached and scary. So when she went in the portal, I called her right away and said, hey, we split with them, but hey, the one game they really whooped us. I was like, do you want to come join us? And so I'm just thankful she chose us. Good player, wants to play, maybe open-handed to playing pro, and people should be looking at her. She's very good.
How do you guys watch a game film? Do you guys get a chance to watch the broadcast later, like the actual commentary?
I'm curious if you watch it.
Not this year, no. I try to, if, my parents can, record it or something. Mostly, just our normal film. But I think it's fun. My sisters, my family will always be texting in the group chat during the game. So after the game, I get to go, read through the group chat. So that's my, commentary right there, is seeing what they've been hearing and
That's
saying.
cute. I really watch the broadcast. I'll usually rewatch it, just a different perspective. I like to hear I love our announcers. They're so good. And it's just fun to see that from a different angle, hear what people are saying. Win or lose, I'll usually find a chance to rewatch it.
First road trip was to Honolulu. This one to Cedar Falls.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to accomplish? Back-to-back days, it's a different, same team, something that SMU has been used to over the past couple of years in the American, but something that you're going to still see in the ACC, it being first example.
Yeah. Cedar Falls catching some strays there, but yeah. So, hey, it's another really good team. I think, If you look over the past 10 or 15 years, they're top 50 RPI almost every year. Really well coached. Like, we are not taking it lightly. I can't wait to get in the gym, and we're going to rest, we're going to train, and it's going to be a business trip. Honolulu was as well, obviously very beautiful. But, yeah, like, the back-to-back presents a new element of, what did we do on the second night? What did we do great that we got to keep doing? What did we not do so great that we need to fix? And what can we maybe do a little different that they aren't prepared for? So that's a whole different strategy when you're doing those back-to-backs. And we've done it before, so we'll be ready to roll with that. I feel confident in how our staff can handle that back-to-back.
When you beat Nebraska and Baylor, what is the national perception on you guys now as far as emails and phone calls?
Yeah.
How does that be?
I mean, it's really cool. The volleyball community is tight-knit and it's small. Now, you'll need to answer this one too, but I mean, it took me 4 hours to respond to all the texts, so that's awesome. A ton of just SMU is a school that is hungry to support high-level athletics. So, I mean, a million emails, everybody in administration across the campus congratulating us. Like, they want to be an everything school, right? Like, we pushed to get into a power conference. They want Dallas to be home to big-time athletics. And volleyball is no different. I could not have felt more love and support from the larger community. But then just the perception, volleyball-wise, I hope, is that, like, you better be prepared for us. Now, we've lost some matches. Like, but we are a good team that is hungry to grow into a national power, right? Like, I think Dallas volleyball, SMU volleyball, can be a nationally relevant program. Like, there's no reason. I could go over a million of them. I won't bore you guys, but, like, come on, we are tailor-made. So that I could hammer that one home. That's a softball. I love that question. But you answer that question. How did it feel after we beat those teams?
I mean, I also had like hundreds of texts and messages, so that was really, really fun to experience. But I think the biggest thing, what I saw in all the comments was like, hey, this is an unranked team, but I'm like, I think we should be ranked. So
I would agree with that.
It was like a lot of commentary along that, like, oh, who's SMU? They're unranked. They just beat Nebraska. But then it's like, okay, we had Nebraska, we had Baylor, we have these top wins.
It's time to rank.
Be up there.
It's
yeah, I
time
think
to
we should
rank
be up there.
SMU volleyball. And if it doesn't happen, I don't know. It's not what it's about, but it is. It's a recruiting thing. It's a perception thing. It's for the girls. Like, they want to experience that, and they deserve that. I could care less, right? Like, that's not what wins and loses games. But they're working their butts off and they're earning these wins, and they should be ranked.
Anything else? Very good. Thanks.
Thank you.